What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Pitching Ninja's Filthiest Pitches of the Day, the postseason edition. I am Pitching Ninja, and I'm here with Will Leahey, who is one of the best-looking people on this show, at least in the top two.
Game 2 in the Bronx yesterday, Guardians at Yanks, and Guardians, they just can't be too happy with themselves, I don't think, Ninja. We had some...
You're going out on a limb here. They're not happy with themselves.
They're down 0-2, and they've dug themselves some silly little holes, too. Some little league mistakes. Rocchio dropping a pop-up in the beginning of the game to score a run. We had Brennan dropping a slow roller in the outfield to let a run score. I mean, the Yankees had a fair share of their mistakes, too, but... Listen, the Guardians' starting pitching hasn't been what they've wanted to be, and their bats just do not seem alive, Ninja. What are you seeing from this series so far, and how can the Guardians get back on track so they don't get swept at home in Cleveland?
Yeah, that I can't answer for you, Will, because last night's game was honestly, objectively, kind of a shit show. Even John Sterling got into the act with the Yankees base running, which was god-awful.
Boy, if that wasn't the Yankees... That's what they do. Run the bases like drunks.
I mean, having coached high school baseball, my team's running the whole time. I mean, you're doing polls, backward polls, till you puke. That's what's happening here, Will. But anyway, yeah, this was just not the best played game. As a matter of fact, this was maybe one of the worst played games that you'll see. Like, if you're showing how not to play baseball, there are a number of examples here. Gerrit Cole was meh. He had 4 Ks in 4 1/3 innings, giving up 2 runs. He walked 4, had the lowest strike rate of his entire postseason career in this game, only 59.6%. As a matter of fact, the Daily News headline for this game is Cole Disappoints. They won the game. Like, what do you want out of the guy? Wasn't that bad. He only gave up 2 runs. I mean,
he gave up no runs through 3, I think, right? And they were up 3-0. It's another of those games where it felt like the Yankees just had it won the entire time. So to me, it didn't seem like Cole pitched particularly poorly.
And I guess this is what they mean by if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere, because you just can't freaking make it in New York. I mean, they won the game, gave up 2 runs. He had these fastballs, this nasty slider, and this elevated knuckle curve with the bases loaded to get out of a jam. Of course, the Guardians fans were all yelling, "This is a ball. We need robo-umps." Well, the robo-umps aren't going to help you here because this did catch the zone. Not a great pitch, but it is a strike. Here's an overlay of a fastball and slider from Cole. You can see how he gets it done with those pitches. And I love this. Here's a knuckle curve that was fouled off with an elevated fastball overlaid. And you see how well he tunnels these and why you would swing at this elevated fastball. Clay Holmes came in this game and pitched well. He probably had the pitch of the game with this 98-mile-an-hour turbo sinker. Tim Hill had 1 K in 1 2/3 innings, giving up no runs and no hits. And he looks like he's like from the 1930s or something like that. He looks way older than his age. I mean, the man just slings it. Looks like he's going to smoke a cigarette on the bump.
I'm a fan of him. Yeah, he should have cigarettes in the dugout for sure. Reminiscent of Jim Leland.
Absolutely. Right. I wouldn't be surprised if he has a little bourbon bar in his locker, goes in, mixes himself a drink.
Takes down a heater.
Yeah, absolutely. On the flip side, the Australian beach babe, Tanner Bibee, is a little bit shaky yesterday. He had 2 Ks in 1 1/3 innings, giving up 3 runs, 2 of them earned, and was pulled early this game. His fastball and slider. Will, did you agree with pulling him as early as they did? It's a tough call.
It was a very tough call. He wasn't particularly effective. He also got shafted from the dropped pop out. He had to throw a ton of extra, very stressful pitches in the first inning. And then the call, they loaded the bases for Judge, which was a very ballsy move. They only ended up getting 1 run home. So I guess it was a pretty effective call.
Walking Soto to get to Judge too. What did you think about that?
I mean, it was a ballsy move, but listen, I guess above my pay grade, Ninja. I honestly can't say because it was a tough call. It's kind of a lose-lose situation. They only got the 1 run across, and they had only given up 1 other run for the next 6 innings. So I think it was probably the right move.
Bibee actually also said it was above his pay grade too. He thought he could get whoever it was out, but. Yeah, I mean, I can't disagree with pulling him that early. In a regular season, no way do you pull him that early because he could have easily gotten out of it. But I understand in the postseason, greater sense of urgency. They have a loaded bullpen. I mean, I hate seeing a guy get pulled that early, but I can't disagree with it. Other pitchers for the Guardians, Cade Smith had 2 Ks with these fastballs. Tim Herron had this nasty slider. And Ben Lively had this too high two-seamer. It was called a strike, but they'll take it.
In Ninja, Aaron Judge got our dong of the day. And it was a particularly important dong. It was just a couple insurance runs in the 8th, but it was big because the scariest hitter in the last 10 years has gotten off the schneid, and it could be an absolute dong fest from here on out. Who knows? I mean, the look of relief on his face seemed apparent to me. It's just not a guy you want to be facing in the World Series. So whether it be the Dodgers or the Mets, because I'm giving it to the Yankees already that they're walking on this ALCS, really going out on a limb here, but Aaron Judge is one of the top 3 most interesting storylines in baseball right now. So the fact that he's back slamming jacks is a tremendous sign for the Yankees and scary for opponents.
Some of the things about this home run, this is the second highest pitch off the ground that he's homered off of in his career at almost 4 feet off the ground. I did a comp of what that would look like on Jose Altuve. Aaron Judge, much bigger human than Jose Altuve. The other thing is this ball was hit so high, Gleyber Torres went back to tag up on this, and Aaron Judge after the game called him out for disrespect. It's like, you've seen 58 of these things. What are you doing going back to first base, tagging up, you bonehead? Should have known. I'm the man. All I do is hit dingers. And now, my pitching ninja moment of Zen. We've got to call out Ron Darling.
Look at that
phrasing here.
Never have seen anything that long.
There was never any doubt in my mind that Jeff Francoeur would be snickering in the booth. Reminds me of this famous call by Brandon Gaudin from last year.
So the Braves will go from Johnson to Hand, and the batter will be Mastroboni. That's probably a good thing Jeff Francoeur's in the other booth.
My picks of the day today, I'm going to take Luis Severino for 5 Ks or more, then take Francisco Lindor to have 1 or more hits, and take the over 7.5 runs. And then I'm going to add in my 30% profit boost to boost my profits at 30%. What would your picks of the day be?